Bryan Singer, you sly dog, you. I knew you could do it. Usually directors, get in that slump that they usually get, and usually when they get famous, like, he was a guy who just made a movie that was low budget with, a bunch of actors that really, like, when you look at it, the actors like Stephen Baldwin, who he's never made really good movies, and like a bunch of people from the 90s that, you wouldn't think fit together, but it was a great ensemble. The Usual Suspects, man, that movie was great. The ending blew me away. The X-Men movies, the first two, were awesome. And I was thinking, maybe he might be good, because those were three pretty good movies. And then Superman Returns, that a lot of people didn't like that. And I didn't really care much for it. I don't even think I've ever even seen it. I think I might have seen bits and pieces, but I'm not sure. But then he made Jack the Giant Slayer. Ugh, that movie sucked balls. I haven't seen Valkyrie yet. Actually, I hear that movie's actually pretty good. It may not be The Usual Suspects, but still pretty good, is what I hear. Anyway, Days of Futures Past is... it's freaking awesome. The directing is amazing. Like, it's like, why did he ever freaking just stop making the X-Men movies? It's like he knows the X-Men movies, and it's like the characters are beloved to him, because, when you see the third one that's directed not by him, it was alright. Then he, like they had Matthew Vaughn, who did First Class a couple years back, and, that you didn't really think that they were going to go back there anymore. Then one day, Bryan Singer, he pops up after Matthew Vaughn quits for Days of Futures Past, and he freaking says, let's make it where the future, or the past and the future collide together, so then they can take the old characters and put them in and fix the problems that happened in X-Men The Last Stand. And I just love that. That is just so awesome, because, most people would just like, let's just make a sequel or whatever. But he just wanted the movie, that he wanted to finish, because, Superman Returns, and you could tell he wasn't really into the subject matter of that, because based on how many people don't really like it that much, and they say that it's like totally different from the comics, and it just makes a lot of mistakes. So, anyway, the actors are really great in this. Some actors, you want them to have a lot of role or a lot of parts in it, but some of them are just in there, like you've heard Anna Paquin, she's in it for like 1 second, like you see her, and that's it. Or like Halle Berry as Storm, she's barely in it too. But I didn't really mind it that much, because I like those characters, all right, pretty good, but it had mainly, it was focusing on the 5 leads: Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Michael Fassbender, and James McAvoy. They are the main focus, and Jennifer Lawrence to an extent. She's pretty good in this too. She's not like amazingly great like she usually is, but she's still really good in this movie. Because if you have makeup on your face all the time, how you can't really like show your emotion too great. But from what I saw in her facial expressions, you could tell that she had some emotion in it. I was like, dang, that's actually pretty good. And the actors meshed really well. And there's a scene with the old Xavier and the young Xavier. That was badass. Then you got Beast. He's pretty good. He's in it a lot more than the others, but not as much as 5 or 6 leads. Jennifer Lawrence and all them. Then Quicksilver. Oh man, Quicksilver. He's one of the best parts of the movie. Like when he pops up on screen, you're like, yes, man, this guy's so awesome. And then just his character's so quirky and so smart and it's so cool. Like, I love this character. And the part with seeing the Pentagon, that was fucking badass. I was laughing my ass off. That's going to be the main highlight, one of the main highlights of the movie. Now, the movie, like I said before, the movie isn't like the biggest action movie ever. Like, it's not action, wall-to-wall action. There's actually a lot of drama and a lot of stuff. And I enjoyed that a lot because, most blockbuster movies, they don't, try to do that very well. They try to maybe a little bit at the beginning, but then usually they kind of let the character slide by the end when the action comes. And they try to make some big, giant, like crazy stuff, like Transformers with a bunch of explosions and shit. The characters were really great, man. And this movie, it shows that with a good director and a lot of good actors, you can make a good movie. And what else? There is what's his name? Oh wait, I can't tell you that. But it's just when you see him, you're like, yes. It's like, wow, I haven't seen him in forever. Man, it's just this movie. Plus, like, it gives you, like, it makes you, like, when you, let's just say that if you're a big fan of these movies, like especially the first two, and you love the characters of that, and you want to have a good ending for them, maybe. It kind of fixes that, and I'm really glad they did that. Really, there was maybe a small gripe. Maybe during the middle, it kind of got a little, like, I started kind of going, like, not really falling asleep, but it was just kind of slowed down exponentially after Quicksilver popped up, and he kind of just exited really quick. And I like that he was in it, but I wish they didn't cut him out so quick. Like, he just kind of leaves and just disappears. Maybe you see him one more time later on in the movie, but that's really the main gripes I have for this movie. Everybody meshes well. Seeing Xavier and the old Xavier and together and actually joining forces is actually really cool, because they've had this rocky relationship all those years. Like when you see Michael Fassbender and McAvoy, whew, like it just they just have they both have those presence that the young and old have, and it's just really amazing to me. Because a lot of movies that usually have the future and the young, usually you're not really excited for it, and it's kind of cool and stuff. But this movie, it's like when you see them together, you're like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 oh my gosh. And so I'm pretty much, this movie, I think I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Because, like I said before, great direction, great script, and maybe a couple of characters that you wish had more parts in it. But other than that, you're going to love this movie, and I hope you like it too, but I know you will. If you're an X-Men fan, you'll definitely like it. My friend Nate, he loved it a lot, and his dad did too. They weren't expecting it to be like amazing, but they freaking loved it, and they're super X-Men fans. So I know you're going to like it. Alright guys, thanks for listening. You should comment on the video if you have any gripes about the movie, or if you actually really, really like it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And you should subscribe to my YouTube page, which I haven't really done anything with it yet, but I plan on doing stuff with it later on. But for now, it's just Mitchell Lee, just my name. Anyway, I wish you guys a really great night, and I hope you see this movie as fast as you can. Alright. See you later.